Hi, welcome to the video on Effect of Various Labor Laws on Wages, Part 2 of the unit Wage and Salary Administration from the course Compensation Management. The second part of different labor laws on wages, we will be discussing about the Minimum Wages Act 1948, the Employees State Insurance Act ESI 1948, the Employees Provident Fund Act 1952, the Payment of Bonus Act 1965, and the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. The Minimum Wages Act 1948. The Minimum Wages Act provides for fixing of minimum rates of wages in certain employments. In terms of the provisions of the Minimum Wages Act, an employee means any person who is employed for hire or reward to do any work, skilled or unskilled, manual or clerical, in a scheduled employment in respect of which minimum rates of wages have been fixed. An outworker to whom any articles or materials are given out by another person to be made up, cleaned, washed, altered, etc. And the third, an employee declared to be an employee by the appropriate government. The Employee State Insurance Act 1948. Employee State Insurance Act, abbreviated as ESI, is a self-financing social security and health insurance scheme for Indian workers. The fund is managed by the Employee State Insurance Corporation (ESIC) according to rules and regulations stipulated in the ESIC Act 1948. ESIC is a statutory body and administrative ministry is Ministry of Labour Employment, Government of India. ESI is a self-financing social security and health insurance scheme for Indian workers managed by ESIC under ESIC Act 1948. Under this scheme, employees earning up to Rs 21,000 a month contribute 1.75% towards ESI, while the employer contributes 4.75%. Next is the Employees Provident Fund Act 1952. Provident Fund is governed by the Employees Provident Fund Act 1952. The Employees Provident Funds Act is compulsory contributory fund for the future of the employee after retirement or for his dependents in case of his early death. The scheme is managed under the aegis of Employees Provident Fund Organization EPFO. It covers every establishment in which 20 or more persons are employed, and certain organizations are covered, subject to certain conditions or exemptions, even if they employ less than 20 persons each. The contribution paid by the employer is 12% of the basic wages plus dearness allowances plus retaining allowance. An equal contribution is payable by the employee also. Next is Payment of Bonus Act 1965. The Payment of Bonus Act 1965, the Bonus Act, provides for the payment of bonus to the persons employed in certain establishments in India, either on the basis of profits or on the basis of production or productivity, and is applicable to every establishment in which 20 or more persons are employed, and to all employees drawing remuneration of less than Rs 10,000. Those employees who have worked for less than 30 days are not eligible to receive bonus under the Bonus Act. The Bonus Act provides for the payment of bonus between 8.33% to 20%. However, for calculation of bonus, a maximum salary of 3,500 is considered at the time of enactment of the Act. Next is the Payment of Gratuity Act. The object of this Act is about compulsory payment of gratuity to any employee who has completed 5 years of continuous service at the time of retirement, resignation, or on his death or disablement due to accident or disease, provided that the completion of continuous service of 5 years shall not be necessary where the termination of the employment of any employee is due to death or disablement. Gratuity is calculated. Gratuity is equal to monthly salary into 15 into 26 divided by number of years of service.